Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Final Fantasy Wave X's video, and I know this one's a little late, but there are some complications. So here we are. I'm going to try my absolute best to make a few builds for you guys. There's going to be one that's way different, out of the ordinary, in comparison to what you may be seeing. And then there will be the normal build that most of you guys will probably be building. And we'll show you guys the magic build, but the magic build is pretty much only one way of building the magic build, and we'll be getting to that very shortly. So make sure you guys click that subscribe button, because I do a lot of these kind of builds where I show you guys how to make them as strong as possible. So let us get into that. This is going to be the over-the-top build with TDH. So now you have variants. If you go to the other build, you are using DH, I think, right? Something like that. So this is TDH build. Obviously she'll have a little bit more attack if I had this enhanced, but I think we're looking pretty good. You got the max limit burst. Of course you want to max this if you want to use this normal form, because her max damage is going to be her limit burst. But you can use, I think you can use triple cast aim and weed to chain with this if you want. You don't have the maximum damage boost possible, but that's okay. We got her revision card here for some more limit burst damage. We have some demon killer here. We're focused on demons this time around, but you could focus on anything you want. And however you can get to 400% TDH is up to you. It's gonna be a little hard because you're starting out at 0, basically, pretty much. So it's kind of hard to do, but you can figure it out. This is the build to go. I think this is probably a bunch of the best build you can do. You can probably swap this out for Rain's team or King Rain's TMR instead, or that collaboration S TMR, the one that gives the limit burst damage as well. It's pretty good from War of the Visions. So this is the TDH build. Let's go to the other build now. That is going to be much more, you guys will be able to build this a little bit easier, so let's get into that. Okay, after much building, because I've never built her this way before, so it was an experience for me too, but she's kind of beefy. So this may be more you might actually get more mileage out of this, even if she doesn't have variance, because of her attack, and she has a little bit more limit burst damage than the other build. And yes, I'm using her vision card because you need her vision card and you need her TMR to get that maximum, whatever you want to call this, this single wielding meta thing going on here. So she also has 300% limit burst damage, 300% demon killer. Of course, as you could swap any of the stuff for the killers that you need to have. And I will always say in every video, you don't need the same stuff here. You could swap out whatever you have, and you might not have the best stats of all time, but if you do have this stuff, well, there you go. I did the job for you. That's why you're here, though, right? So most of you guys might have this, because a lot of the stuff is 5-star, and this is some 5-star STMRs and things like that, so it's more obtainable. Of course, Edwin's Conrad is kind of like one of those things that a lot of people don't have. Just figure out something else. You could probably use Ashura's helmet here and then figure out some other limit burst damage somewhere else, because that would give you 50% demon killer, so that's an option as well. So this is a really good build for the shield version, and also she's just really bulky now. She's really bulky, even if her spirit's not over 1,000. I mean, it's some good bulk here. There's some pretty good bulk. I wish this could be enhanced though. I wish the shield could be enhanced. If you're gonna use it like that, I wish it could be enhanced. So it is what it is, guys, and this is going to be the magic build, and yes, it's terrible, but really, guys, you're not really using her for damage. This side of the form, this side, you're really not using her for damage. You're going to be using her for doing the break gauge move here. So then you have 2 rods equipped, and equipping the Genji glove won't be too bad in the future because this will get buffed. For those of you guys who don't know, Genji glove will get buffed. It'll have a lot more stats to it, so this will be not so bad to equip in the future. So this is kind of like a video for the future too. That would be good. And World Crown could be anything, but this is a free equipment that anyone can have. And Ravenheart is always a good thing to have. She does not have 200% true to wield, but you don't really need it. I just gave her a little bit here and there, but she has 12 limit burst cost per turn, and a little bit of limit burst damage, but you don't care about the limit burst damage. You care about the limit burst, 12 limit burst cost per turn, and a little bit LB fill rate, because you want to be doing a 90% spirit break every so often. So this is some pretty easy equipment to Call of the Wild, for example. This could be anything that fills limit burst gauge. This was just 5, so it's perfect for me. But then you could do anything you want. And the reason why I'm using 2 rods here, like I mentioned, is because of this gauge here. Because you're not really, you can make her into a mage, but she's stuck to triple cast, so it's really not that viable. She's more of a breaker, and like maybe if you could support, you could fit her chain into you could weave her chain in with someone else. That's the best course of action for her. Do not come into this saying, I want her to be my main mage. You're gonna be disappointed. You should use the Radiant version if you want to have a mage like that. The Radiant version is the mage you guys want, if you want a mage. This is more of a support, breaking, all those kind of things. So, yeah, don't fret too much if your magic is too low. That's extremely low, but I'm not worried about it. I'm not sweating at all. Like, okay, she doesn't have 3k magic. I'm shrugging. I'm like, okay, she can do all these other things, and on top of healing, I kept mentioning you guys, healing. She can heal, so that's also really good, and dispel. So she has a lot of things going on for her, and you guys shouldn't be too sad if your magic is too low in this portion, because when you go to this portion, you're not here to do damage. You're here to do limit burst, do breaks, do all those kind of things going on, healing, like I mentioned. So yeah, this side is not really meant for damage, but this side over here is. And like I mentioned, guys, you could do this any way you want. You could do the TDH build, which is way harder to do, but it may do more damage. It's a toss-up. I wish I could show you guys, I wish I could compare the two, but unfortunately I cannot because it'll crash. So you guys can just go out and test for yourselves. Let me know how. I want to know what kind of which build's better. Is it gonna be the TDH build, or is it gonna be this build? I'm thinking this build might be better, just because it has a little bit more attack and you can fit everything in here a little bit more. But the variants on the other side may help out every now and then on the TDH side. So let me know what you guys think about this and let me know your guys' builds. And if you need any more help, make sure to join the Discord. We're always here to help. Make sure to leave a comment down below if you need more help. You might say, hey, I don't have Olive's journal. What can I do in place of that? So that's your assignment here. If you need any help with anything like that. Oh, I don't have Force Mysterium. What can I do? Oh, I don't have Sora's S-Teamer. Although I would recommend, if you have EX0 Sora, I would recommend Moogling him at least. If you don't plan on getting EX1 or EX2 at least, I would recommend Moogling. Anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I know it's very simple, and unfortunately, unlike my other videos where I do this kind of stuff, I can't test them because it'll crash the game. So Gumi, please fix this problem where it crashes the game. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in the very next video. Peace.